We are back with another metal test for FM24, and we did a few videos like this last year where we pitted all-rounders versus specialists by position against each other, and then did a one-off brains versus brawn experiment as well. And honestly, these videos take a little bit of time to set up, but they are so much fun to record. So buckle up as we see who comes out on top when we put a team full of Wonderkids up against one with a very, very high leadership ability in a crucial two-legged battle. This one is inspired by a quote from Jose Mourinho from a few years back. I think it was during his tenure at Roma when he was signing Nemanja Matic for the 74th time in his career, and he said, "Give me old men, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Didier Drogba, Lampard, Terry, Sergio Ramos, Boateng, Alves, Neuer, Modric, Iniesta. I would win the league, the Champions League and the FIFA Best Coach of the Year with them." Well, what prompted this was a journalist questioning why he tended, then at least, not to blood his youngsters, and throughout the Special One's glittering career, it is fair to say his best players have all been in their prime, often at the expense of hugely promising talent, leaving his clubs in search of playing time. In today's video then, we're going to be pitting the best Wonderkids in FM up against a squad filled with natural born leaders in their prime. We spoke about this in a previous video, but we recently installed the Mad Scientist FM's fantastic 0708 player database, and let me tell you something, 2008 Chelsea were ludicrous when it came to a collective leadership score and that level of professionalism throughout the squad. It is no wonder then that Mourinho gets a semi for this sort of thing. But a very different kind of semi is going to provide the backdrop for an even spicier in-game editor test than usual. You see, we think in order for this test to be its most meaningful, it needs to be an important match, and without any human intervention. So we will be simming forwards to a Champions League semi-final, then getting rid of anyone over the age of 23 from the one team and making sure they are stacked to the rafters with Wonderkids, including between the sticks, and having absolutely no intake of anyone with a leadership of 12 or higher. We won't be in charge of either team, by the way, but then on the opposing team we will be stacking a team of composed leaders, nearing the age of 30, certainly in their prime, and we will then see over two really important legs who will come out on top, those natural born leaders or the hottest prospects in the game. Now we're going to talk through the squads in a second, but we'll try to balance as best we can the average current ability, because this isn't going to just be a test of pace and agility of the youth against the established and clever old players. We did that last year, so this year it's more the importance of on-field leadership and that composure that you must have to see out a tournament, something that most Wonderkids are significantly lacking in actually. So will Mourinho's principles, and for that matter Alan Hansen's quote of "you can't win anything with kids" hold true, or is FM all about the Wonderkids? Place your bets now folks, and type those expectations down in the comments. Let's have a quick look at the squads then. We've taken to Excel so we can prove a few things here. The Napoli original team then, their leadership average was 10.9. We needed to up that. Their age average was 27.4, which you'll see in a second is significantly higher than that Barca Wonderkids team we've just put together. The current ability score of 144.7 is very close to the Barcelona Wonderkids average though, so that's going to be pivotal I think. So what becomes of the Napoli team then is once we have taken out everyone that's not currently registered in the Champions League squad and we've upped that leadership number to 15 where it was previously below 15. We've kept Simon Kjaer in as a 18 because he was the club captain, so that average is now a 15.1 for them. The potential to current ability difference is 7.6. That's down actually from 8.2, so that's just brought their current ability up to 146.7 instead of 144.7, and yes, the average age of 28 as well when you take out a couple of those youngsters that aren't in the team. And then what does that look like compared to the Wonderkids squad? Well, first of all, look at the list of names in here. There are just so many of the who's who of Wonderkids from FM24. You've got Oscar Gluck here, who's one of the most signed players. Eduardo Bove, who I've seen in most lineups as well. You've got Nianzou, who goes into a lot of teams. Calafiori, as we all know, is up there for most signed at left back as well. Zabarnyi from Bournemouth turns out to be a very good player, very high potential ability there. So how are they comparing? So their current ability is 142.7. That is 4 points difference to Napoli. It's not massive. The leadership difference, though, their average of 9.5 is 5.6 behind Napoli. So that is the huge test. And their current ability to potential ability jump is enormous. It's almost 10 points difference, and that is the big test here. So we want to know if the big difference in leadership is offset by having a higher potential ability, a younger overall squad, and a similar current ability, really. So are the Wonderkids going to come up against a fearless and composed set of leaders in Napoli, and who will triumph in an important two-legged battle in the Champions League? Let's find out. Okay, I think we're good to go. That was a lot of setup, I'm not going to lie. So there was a lot of adding managers. There's a couple of things that you do have to have clicked, like allow squad registration anytime if you want to perform a test like this where mid-season you're trying to use a semi-final of a cup to make a case for a important match. Now, where I think this is going to be vital, actually, and the reason why we're doing it over a two-legged affair is in the past when we've done these kind of experiments, we've noticed a lot of home form bias. So that is where you play at home and it's a lot easier to win, and so we've tried to strip that out in the past in our analyses, but actually playing over two legs is the best kind of possible setup. And where we think leadership will make an actual impact against kind of the youth and youthfulness of the Wonderkids is that they're going to have that gamesmanship, they're going to have that steady and calm nerve in an important match. Plus, they're going to have the wherewithal for that all-important middle game. Now, one of, if not the biggest rule in FM is that momentum is everything. We've always said that's our golden rule, and therefore I think going into a match like this, if you can carry it from the back of a couple of wins, Barcelona are in decent form here, for example, and if you win that middle game, you're going to be in better stead. So here we go, we are now live in match. We're about to see the first leg where Barcelona are at home. Let's have a look, shall we, at what squad they're going with. They've got Fatty up top, Pino, Gavi, Pedri, Doku behind, Eduardo, Bove, Balde, Calafiori as a centre-back with Eric Garcia. I didn't manage to catch who was right back. On the other side, we've got the all-familiar Napoli, but they are absolutely stacked in the mental department. Let's just have a look at that right. So they're playing Livramento and... Look at this keeper!
You are
big. Pino, Livramento. Can he whip the ball in? They haven't got any big players, I wouldn't say. Oh, Eduardo Bove. Giving it some gusto there from the edge. You've got to hit those, that is the rule. Pedri back out to Pino. Was he offside? Calafiori, Eric Garcia, Livramento, Gavi. Oh, that's the best chance by a mile. And Barcelona are coming back into this now. They do have that home advantage in the first game. They've got possession. Mario Ruiz just picked up a booking, as has Osimhen. Oh, Yeremy Pino saved by Meret. Napoli are under the cosh. They could do with half time. Pino whips it in. It's going to be cleared by Mario Rui. I think that's probably going to be half time. Yes, it is. So, Barca definitely on top. Certainly the last 10 minutes of the first half there. They've had 8 shots, 1 on target. If I'm managing Napoli and I get a draw away at Barcelona in a semi-final of a Champions League, I'm pretty happy. Try and beat them at home. Hold out for a draw away. But, yeah, we're not seeing a huge difference, I don't think, in terms of composure. I'm not seeing nerves or mistakes from Barcelona, but I thought the occasion might get the better of them. They do now have over 1 expected goal, but they haven't scored yet, so Merit's been good between the sticks. Ooh, could have been a penalty there. Merit is comfortably going to pick that one up from Livramento though. Well, I'm going to say that the Wonderkids have it at the moment. I'm more impressed with them. They've got all of the highlights. They can't seem to get a shot on target. 12 shots, 1 on target. Is that anything to do with their mentality, do we think, or is it just an off day? Oh, what a miss, Ansu Fati! How have you not put that in? Oh, it was blocked. It was, it was unbelievable. That was a tap-in. Ansu Fati redeem himself as Simhen gets it clear. They're really parking the bus now, Napoli. I don't know what they're... Oh, hello. Oh, off the underside of the bar, Kvaratskhelia. Now we've got a game on. Pedri blocked. Doku tackled. Napoli's defence just don't seem to be letting him get a shot on target. Fati, that's the weirdest 1-2 of all time. Rui out for a corner. If in doubt, stick it out. They are using that age-old defensive strategy here. Just get rid. Oh, Eric Garcia's got it. The captain for Barca. No way is there going to be an offside. It doesn't look like that was an offside to me. Goal disallowed. Can you believe it? We've got to see this again. So Pedri whips it in. Eric Garcia with the header. And Livramento standing right in front of Merritt. He's in an offside position. Oh, I think VAR was right there. But that's a gut punch for Barcelona, who now have 1.82 XG. But they're still goalless. Di Lorenzo again. No, they've lost it. It's a Barca attack. Counter-attack here. Pedri. Gavi. Out to Balde. In towards Ansu Fati. He's gone down. Points to the spot. It's going to be a penalty. They never revert these. I'd like to see that in FM25 though. Penalties overturned would be nice. It's almost always given, let's be honest. Right. Chance for Barcelona. Chance for the Wonderkids. Jeremy Doku to take. And he scores. Probably deserved. Right, now they're doing a bit of time wasting by the looks of things. So they're being clever. They're being clever with it. It's not like the gamesmanship's completely gone with the lack of leadership. So Nathan, Romani, Kvaratskhelia, Romani again. It's rubbish. The counter-attacking is just not working for Napoli. They're going to want to not concede again though. Here's a Simhen. What's he got in his locker? Zielinski, Romani, Di Lorenzo. Difficult ball. Found a Simhen, but not to any avail. It's a corner kick though. That didn't look like a corner to me, but they've got a corner. Couple of minutes left. In towards Nathan. Oh, they've stolen it. They've got one back. Oh, was it exactly what happened earlier? Another offside appeal. What's going to happen this time? Who is standing in front of you are big. It was disallowed. Yeah, it's whoever number 22 is. That would have been an absolute smash and grab from Napoli. They've had no chances really. Right, 1-0 Wonderkids. Excellent fun that match. 2 disallowed goals, a couple of cards. The penalty was the difference. The XG difference is extraordinary. But the red card for Pedri does mean that they are going to be without him for the return leg. Napoli, I don't think, played all that well. I think their formation didn't set them up for a counter-attack as well as perhaps they should have. 2 wide players when you've got Zielinski and Raspadori would have made sense to me, especially Kvaratskhelia as well on the left. Where the fuck was he? If I was managing Napoli there, I wouldn't probably have had so many players in this congested middle. But it's all to play for, I think. Okay, it's round 2 then, and we've got Napoli lining up in exactly the same way. Bradley Barcola and Florian Wirtz are the changes by the looks of things, and Jan Couto as well for Barcelona, who are without Pedri following that red card. So, will the leaders turn it around in their home stadium? Will the pressure be too much for the Wonderkids? We're going to find out. Rui's going to get the ball in from the corner. Kvaratskhelia back to Rui. Jesus Christ, that was a hit. Your Big has a fantastic hand on that because that was too quick for even the camera to follow. Zielinski whipping it in, and it looks like, Napoli have already got as many shots on target as they had in the full 90 minutes last game. They've had another shot there. Nathan unlucky with the header. So they've come out firing is the word. And Gavi's got a chance here. Oh, I think that's a really good save. Is it with the foot from Merritt? That was a really, really wise touch from him, and they did well with it. Oh, what a throw in that is. A Simhen. Big cross. Oh, thought that might creep in. That was a fantastic direct move. Simhen has it. Zielinski. Oh, is he onside? Kvaratskhelia. No, he was offside. Zambo Anguissa's taken a knock by the looks of things. They're going to need something, Napoli. Could be a set piece. Rui whips it in. A Simhen up. Nathan, a Simhen! 1-1. So Rui got the ball in. A Simhen wise to give it to Nathan. It was saved, or blocked rather. And it's a rebounded tap in for possibly the best striker on the pitch. So it's all perfectly poised, isn't it? Barcelona haven't been completely out of it, but they are being out XG'd. Napoli came out the blocks firing and got that last second goal in the first half. Lobotka looks like he's picked up an injury as well, so I don't know if Barca are tackling particularly hard in the middle, but they've had two injured opposition in the middle from Napoli there. I still am not convinced this is the best counter-attacking formation for Napoli to be using. If counter-attacking is their bag, and I mean they're up against a front five as they were in the first leg, it would make more sense for them to have wing forwards, in my opinion. Zielinski. Oh, Simhen's gone down, and I think it's going to be a pen. I don't really think it was a pen though. It looked like the defender from Barcelona got the ball out. The ball rolling away is a good thing, but it's going to be given because, let's be honest, they never are overturned, are they? So Kvaratskhelia got a chance to make it 2-1 leadership, and he has. You've got to say that if it went to penalties, your leadership's gonna win. But I don't think it's going to go to penalties. It looks like it's only going one way this game. Wirtz. Oh my god! That's hit the inside of the post and the bar, I think. It went too quick to even see. Yeah, Mario Rui went off with a serious injury. I do think that Barcelona might be kicking lumps, you know. That's the third injury we've spotted. Gavi's getting tired. I do want to see how the Barcelona players are getting. Yeah, we've got some nervous faces creeping in, some really apprehensive up front. And I've recognised this in the past, a team full of nervous energy because of the lack of leadership, and I think it's telling here. I mean, they're about to go out in a semi-final of a Champions League as well, so you're going to expect some nerves. But they've got a chance. They've got a chance to square it up. They've got 1 minute left. Corner kick. I kind of want to see it happen. I kind of want to see what happens if it goes to pens, but we're not going to be able to force that through. 6 minutes added on. Can Barcelona get anything out of this game, or is it going to be Napoli and the leaders? It looks like it's just that, isn't it? It really annoys me when 6 minutes just disappear into nothingness and you don't see a single highlight. But this is going to be it, I think. Napoli passing it around the back very calmly. Yeah. They are taking absolutely no chances. Zocchi, will he take it to the corner? Traore. Nathan's been good. Not seen him before. Well, that's it. We have it. 2-1 to Napoli. 2-1 to the leaders. They had a lot of lumps kicked out of them in the second leg. Barcelona did put up a little bit of a fight, but ultimately the penalty was the difference. But I do have to say the better team won on the night. So over 2 legs then, it was very, very close. 2-1 on aggregate. You can't get much closer as a contest. But it goes to the leaders and Napoli, and the Wonderkids are left wanting. So there we have it then, a very slender victory for the high leadership team there. But what have we really learned? Well, for one, the AI still doesn't know how to flex their tactical muscle when a counter-attacking style isn't actually working, so that's something. 2, playing at home second was probably as impactful as having that high leadership ability. But the real message is Alan Hansen did have a point. You ought not just to fill your team from head to toe with under 22-year-olds who couldn't command a lemming to jump off a cliff. You need leaders, you need experience, and when it comes to those big matches at the end of the season, you need the composure, probably more so than our experiment just demonstrated, to win you titles. That's going to do it for today's video though, folks. Thanks for watching until the end. We've got some really exciting videos on the way, including an opportunity for you to win one of 5 copies of FM25. We'll explain how in our next video, so do hit that subscribe button. And until next time, my friends, adios.